What if everything you thought you knew about Billy the Kid was a lie? In the season 3 finale, our infamous outlaw returns not for survival, but for revenge, and the lines between history, family, and justice blur in ways you'll never expect. Get ready, because this recap is about to break down every wild shootout, every betrayal, and the true ending you've been waiting for. Before we dive deep, let's rewind a bit. The episode kicks off with chaos, gunshots, bodies hitting the ground, and rumors swirling about Billy the Kid's fate. Some say Sheriff Garrett killed him. Others claim to have seen Billy alive, and well, right away, Governor Catron amps up the manhunt by offering a huge $75 in reward for Billy's capture or death, which gets the crowd buzzing. But Billy isn't just hiding this time, he's hunting, and his target is none other than Catron himself. We find out that the wealthy secret societies known as the Rings control most of the West, and at the top sits Catron, the most powerful man in New Mexico. Billy knows taking him down won't be easy, and everyone warns him that this mission is basically suicide. Still, he can't let it go, especially after losing his close friend Edgar, a journalist murdered for exposing the Ring's corruption. The emotional stakes are sky high. Billy reconnects with Jesse, his old friend and partner, and vows that from now on, they're the hunters, not the hunted. This shift from running to fighting back sets the tone for everything to come. They gather information and plot their approach, leading Billy to seek help from Sam, a local who's well connected in Lincoln County. Sam suggests an unexpected move: try reaching Catron through his daughter, Emily. Emily's introduction brings an entirely new angle to the final episode. She's got her own axe to grind, blaming her powerful father for the murder of her husband. When Billy and Emily meet in secret, their conversation crackles with tension and mutual understanding. Emily not only agrees to help Billy get close to her father, she hands over her father's upcoming tour itinerary, a whistle-stop campaign aiming to boost his public profile for a possible run at the presidency. Catron's egotism shines through as he discusses his ambitious plans, proud of his role in civilizing New Mexico, and dreaming of sitting in the White House. He seems almost untouchable, brushing off fears of Billy and thinking the tour will crown his legacy, but Emily is playing her own game, seeding doubt and preparing behind the scenes. Billy and Jesse plot to catch Catron in one of the quieter stops along his tour, deciding on Mesilla as the perfect ambush location. There's plenty of downtime for soul searching, with Jesse sharing memories about his troubled father, revealing how loneliness and broken family bonds shaped him. That vulnerability underlines the episode's real heart. It's not just about guns and glory, but about what these men have lost and what they're really fighting for. Their plan quickly faces trouble when Catron's security catches wind of their presence. A tense chase breaks out, gunfire, close calls, and desperate escapes that leave Billy and Jesse barely alive. Emmy then reappears, conveying that Catron nearly halted his tour after the attack, but chose to press on, refusing to look weak. With security beefed up, their window for action shrinks. This is where Emily ups the ante, suggesting she'll cause a public distraction during her father's big speech at Albuquerque, his most important stop. She knows her father wants her staged as the shining example of family in front of the crowd. Instead, she plots to use her moment on stage to expose his crimes and give Billy a chance to strike. Billy's worried for her safety, but Emily's resolve is unbreakable. She's fueled by a desire for justice for her husband and all the victims of Catron's power. Emily also promises to publish Edgar's buried article exposing Catron's corruption, continuing the fight beyond bullets and blood. With the plan set, the episode builds to a fever pitch as Catron's train arrives to thunderous applause, everyone treating him like a conquering hero. The sense of spectacle and danger is huge. It's showtime. Catron starts his speech full of swagger, claiming credit for America's future and the riches buried in its soil, painting himself as the man of destiny. The crowd loves it. He brings Emily on stage, expecting a loving introduction, but she flips the narrative. In a dramatic twist, she exposes Catron as the corrupt head of the Rings, a man who orders murders to protect his power, even that of her own husband. The crowd reacts in shock, some booing, some stunned silently. Shots ring out, chaos erupts, security scrambles as gunfire tears through the crowd. Billy and Jesse fight desperately to reach Catron, exchanging fire with guards in a brutal, hectic showdown. Jess takes a bullet, and the two are cornered, surrounded by agents shouting for their surrender. In a tender but fierce moment, Jess urges Billy to escape, but Billy refuses, determined they're in this together. The two prepare to make their final stand, giving them hell as they promised. The action cuts fast between gunfights, Jesse's wounding, and Billy's anguish as the authorities close in. Jess tragically dies, sacrificing himself so Billy can break away, a deeply emotional loss underscoring the true cost of this vendetta. Billy escapes, battered both physically and emotionally. In the aftermath, we see Billy with George reflecting on Jesse's legacy. The newspapers reduce Jesse to just another outlaw, ignoring his real story and the sacrifice he made. George assures Billy they made a real difference, but Billy feels the weight of the road and chooses to leave his outlaw name behind. He tells George he's heading to Mexico with Dulcinea and her family, You determined to put the past to rest for good. The ending sidesteps the usual gunslinger send-off, focusing instead on the consequences and what actually drives people like Billy. He's done fighting. The legend of Billy the Kid ends as he walks away, leaving violence in the past. The emotional payoffs are cathartic. Emily's courage, Jesse's sacrifice, Billy's redemption. The myth unravels to reveal messy truths. Power corrupts, family breaks and binds, and justice always has a cost. So to sum it up, the final delivers explosive action, deep betrayal, and bittersweet closure. Billy tries to take down Katrin and the system behind him, risking everything and losing more than he'd hoped. Emily's public call-out brings secrets to light, while Jesse's death is the emotional anchor. In the end, Billy doesn't ride off into legend. He walks away a changed man. If you love this breakdown and want more recaps, don't forget to drop your thoughts below. What did you think of the ending? Hit like if you enjoyed the video, share it with your friends, and make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite shows. Let's talk Billy the Kid and the wild twists of this epic finale in the comments.